The almost 2-hour melee began shortly before 3:30 p.m. in the 500 block of East Lawther on the shores of White Rock Lake. Police sources say the trouble began when traffic patrolman C.W. Cottongame stopped a young man for questioning, possibly to search him for possession of marijuana. Reports vary, but bystanders said the young man broke free and the officer followed. A crowd gathered and Cottongame called for assistance. First to respond was Sergeant Kenneth Hurd, who was hit in the head with a rock by someone in the crowd. Hurd pulled his service revolver and fired a warning shot as other officers arrived. Sergeant Hurd is in intensive care at Doctors Hospital tonight for head injuries and chest pains. Some 100 policemen poured into the area in full riot gear with 3 canine units in addition to 2 helicopters, one of which circled the area with a public address system asking that the part be cleared. About 50 arrests were made at the scene. Most of those arrested will be charged with disorderly conduct, others with aggravated assault, public intoxication, or resisting arrest. At least 2 prisoners were taken to Parkland Hospital for treatment. 5 officers also suffered minor injuries. The park was sealed off to incoming traffic at 4:30, and by 5:30, nearly all of the 1,500-person crowd had been dispersed.
The film is disturbingly similar to that of the anti-war demonstrations of the 60s, but Vietnam is behind us, so why did a simple arrest domino into a major disturbance? No one seems to know for sure, but we discussed the incident with an SMU psychologist and an assistant Dallas police chief.
Anytime that a policeman goes into a crowd that's been drinking, that's all charged up and that sort of thing, he ought to concentrate on getting out as quickly as possible, not give himself a chance to get surrounded, and because the people, what happens, everybody crowds in, the people at the back can't see what's going on in the front, the next thing you know, somebody throws something and you've got a real riot.
It's possible that the officer or officers was surrounded by the crowd and was unable to do that. So, as I say, I don't have first-hand knowledge. Yes, it would certainly be better to remove a person from the scene as quickly as possible.
What did you think about the presence of shotguns in that situation?
Thought it was a bad mistake, unless the police chief was willing to say, yes, there are certain circumstances under which we'd have fired shotguns into that crowd, then I think it was a mistake to have them there. Don't bluff when you're obviously bluffing.
The objective about this thing, but of course you realize when you're placed in that type of situation why you may have some anger enter into it. Maybe a non-professional type of feeling, but it happens.
What will happen at White Rock Lake this weekend is anyone's guess. Just as no one is certain what caused the disturbance, no one is certain how to prevent it. Jack Brown, the Texas News.